What day is it, guys?
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
February 14th.
Oh my God.
Did you say Vamuary?
February.
February.
Dude,
February.
You know what
This
I
is
learned?
awesome.
Have you ever done this?
I've never done it before,
You
but
were
I've seen
dressed up.
people do it.
This is what people do in other countries.
dressed up.
Instead
You're
of
dressed
making
up
a
like
heart,
the love monkey.
instead of
This is a new character
Is that what you're
Cameron
supposed to
has
be?
as the love monkey.
The love wolf.
The love monkey.
This means I love you in other
Korea.
countries.
it
that
means
aren't
I
here.
love you in Snapchat.
Yeah, the two fingers touching each other.
Because it looks like a little heart.
They added this recently to the emojis, man.
Mm-hmm.
Love
This, actually, if you're a stoner,
hit
joint.
the roach.
Roach.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
Love.
Thank God I'm not.
I love
Yeah.
weed.
So what do we know about love? Love is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's
love is
pink.
kind. Love is pink. Love is a battlefield.
Battlefield.
Yeah. Well,
Or
guys.
no, not a battlefield.
No, it's not at all.
No, it's
It's
actually.
actually doctor's office.
Yeah.
It's very clinical.
Yeah. Well, not clinical. It's more like passionate and primal, like when the doctor is searching up your butt
Mm-hmm.
with the 3 fingers.
You ever had the doctor go up
You
there
guys
and you
passionate?
nut immediately?
Yeah.
I've never had the doctor anywhere near my ass.
The doctor hits that button
Oh my
up
God,
there.
I'm like 3 years away from having to do that.
What?
The fucking
The
asshole.
doctor up your butt?
The
You don't have to
ass
do that.
doctor.
You have to spend I guess the
Let
whole,
your prostate
the
grow.
entirety of your life before you hit
Let it
that
flourish.
that
Let
point
it grow, bro.
is you have to be searching through your insurance to find a doctor that you want to have their finger up your butt.
Yeah.
True.
They should have a
That's it.
database
you,
of
should, you, have to, you
hands.
should be able to
A
swipe
database
on
of
doctors.
hands. Yeah.
Just
And it's,
different,
every doctor has to take a photo like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that you can tell which, like, what if you have like a doctor that has one
I
giant
can tell
hand
that,
and
and
one
it,
tiny
especially
hand?
you can
Yeah.
tell they hand
Dr.
tuned it.
Lobster.
Well, that would be bad. They say I broke my human hand. I'm gonna have to use my lobster claw.
That's what love is all
Hurt
about.
my hand
Or
with a
crab.
pickleball.
Crabs have the different size claws, right? Or lobsters,
Lobsters
do too?
do. I think a lot of it.
Most
A lot of
claws
animals
Right,
Lobsters
because
have
lobsters
that.
have the
crusher
and then
and
the pincher.
yeah.
Yeah. The pincher got
Exactly.
the bad meat. The pincher has the crusher's got
But
the
it's
good
fun
meat.
to pull the meat out of the little pincher sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Just the little claw.
You suck on the legs.
I did suck on the legs in my day.
Lobsters are.
Are we talking about lobsters?
Lobster is an amazing. Oh snap! Oh
I
snap!
sucked
Suck on the
legs. Yeah, I sucked
He's
on the legs.
he's getting sexual on this Valentine's
Well,
episode.
guys, it's February 14th, and that means, of course, we're doing a very special episode today and kicking off a new series.
Yep.
So roll the clip, Julio.
5 weeks of war.
That's right. We fucking tricked you.
We got
fucking
you,
tricked
guys.
you.
It's the 5 weeks
of
of
war.
war.
Catch up.
No,
No.
that's the wrong one.
I don't have a sound for this.
For war? Yes, that's good.
I guess these are completely sounds for war.
Get shot up in the- Oh
Yep.
my God! Oh, fuck.
Riddled with bullets like Swiss
Horrible
cheese.
pain. You thought we were going to be talking about love. We're talking about
No.
heart. Yeah, we'll talk about hearts being pierced by sniper bullets
Yep.
on the
Yeah.
beaches of Normandy.
Or General Hart.
Or a guy named General Hart, if
Yeah.
he exists
Yeah.
out there.
Or Lieutenant Hart.
We are
There's
so-
somebody.
Hark!
Or hark.
The
Hark.
horse, the hoofbeats of horses.
The red coats are coming. This is the new series. We did the 5 weeks of planets.
We did science.
We did science,
We did
and now it's
Science
time to move on
Technology
to
Week.
history. And I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck about what else. I mean, what even is history except just a bunch of awesome wars strung
Yeah.
together?
As far
There
as
has
I know,
never
that's what
not
it
been
is.
a war.
History is just wars going
Yes.
on every single time.
Everything is done around war.
And so
Money
this,
is war stuff, for war stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's also
TV
war.
shows and movies are propaganda for pro-war. Every movie is pro-war.
I've actually heard this. From,
And it's a TV show is also a war between the people who are watching and the people who aren't. The people
Yes.
who are
Yes.
watching, they pull up to work that morning with the basically
Edward, Team
the
Jacob.
metaphorical AR-15. Have you seen the new True Detective Night Country?
Yep.
Everybody into office.
work is a war between you and the corporation that you work for.
You and Dwight.
you and Dwight.
Prank war.
Prank wars are a war.
What wars have you guys been in?
I am in a war with my doctor. not
You're
to
in
bring
a
it back to
doctor war.
doctors.
I know all about that.
I'm in a
Yeah.
war with an electrician and my landlord.
I was in a war
We
with
have
some
story.
bugs.
This
I
is a war.
won.
Oh
You
yes,
won
I
against bugs?
eliminated them
I remember this
Wow.
war.
How'd you do that?
with poison.
Yeah, you talked about this before.
Yeah.
You had a battle with a cockroach.
But the cockroach left its progeny, its foul spawn.
Oh, no,
No.
they're back?
And I genocided them.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
Yeah.
I
Thank you
destroyed
for your
them.
genocide.
Thank you for
You're
that.
welcome. I completely eliminated them.
Well, that's good.
Systematically
Yes.
eliminated an entire species from your home.
Yeah.
You
Well,
got
that's,
them out.
if it's a species in your home,
And I
you're
also
allowed
killed a
to
bunch of
genocide
spider
it.
beetles too by accident.
What's a spider
spider
beetle?
beetle?
It's a little beetle.
It's a spider?
It looks like a spider.
But it's in fact a beetle.
It's a beetle.
Interesting.
I'm
They
in a
have
war right
smooth-
now against
well,
some
anyway.
business partners.
Hmm.
Not you two.
Oh,
Who?
God.
Well, they're comedians that I know. And we started a new product, and I have been completely cut out of the promotional circuit for this product.
So this is like Breaking Bad.
What is
Yeah.
what is this?
It's called Poroso's Vodka.
Oh shit! I've seen this.
Yeah.
I have.
I
You were
had
involved.
no idea you were
So
involved.
originally it was supposed to be me, B, that's what I call Bert.
BK.
Me, BK,
BK.
and TS. And us three.
Taylor Swift.
No, Tom Segura. And us three we were one day we were sitting around drinking. We were doing some fucking arena, one of the mini arenas we do.
Yeah.
And we were sitting around, we were drinking this bullshit vodka, right?
Yeah.
That was called
Tito's.
Smirnoff, one of these crappy.
All of you. I
pieces
mean,
of
you know,
crap.
Bert. He's gonna have a variety and
Well, you
assortment
don't
of
know
vodkas.
Bert. I know BK very well.
Well, I mean, I'm saying I know you know him as a
Tell me you
character.
don't know BK without telling me you don't know BK. He doesn't go by Bert to his friends.
He
Yeah.
literally
Goes
goes
by
by
BK.
BK.
Well, I don't know him that well.
Or the machine.
or the MASH.
yeah.
Yeah. So
The M?
BK, the M, the MASH, me, TS, Don't Segura. Me and these three.
Don
Don
Segura.
Segura. That's
Don
that's
Segura.
really that's what his real name. His friends call him Don Segura because he's from Peru. And we were all hanging out. And we were drinking this crap, and we were like, "Dude, I bet we could make some better crap than this." Me. So first of all, we have the machine. We have El Tegor, and we have
Le Tigre.
Le Tigre. Well, I actually
Cue
don't have
ball.
a nickname. No, I actually don't have a nickname.
Professor
It's not,
X.
they say cue ball sometime, but it's
Mr.
not like a
Clean.
nickname. None of these stuck. And we said, well, let's do it. And
Shiny.
they said,
Rojo.
well, and I said, well, let's call it.
Rojo is really good.
Let's call it.
Rojo Pits. Oh my God, you need to take that up as your new stage
Rojo?
name.
Rojo.
Rojo Pits.
It's not gonna work.
Rojo's good.
Rojo Pits is good.
No. Did I tell you guys about how me and Gus want my brother to run for city council in his
Yeah, you
town
told
in
us this.
California and change his middle name to Tito?
Yeah. Joshua Tito.
Joshua Tito for city council. Anyway, yeah, we just had the idea, and I was like, let's call it Trace Flamas after this music thing that we've been doing for a little while, and they said,
joined Trace Flamas?
Yeah.
Your cousin's the producer.
I cut
and
out
then
my cousins and
Oh.
brought in
Oh.
TK and
TK.
Tom and
They got married.
Tom
Tom,
and
you're
Kreischer,
not supposed to
Yeah,
reveal
it
that.
is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so I'm like, okay, let's start this shit. I put down fucking $3.5 million cash.
Yeah.
Right. We get the distillery. We start the entire line of production.
Where were you? Where'd you get the distillery?
The distillery is in China.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's a Chinese
where
vodka.
else is it going to
It's-
go?
I mean, a lot of people don't know vodka is a traditionally Chinese spirit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's an Asian spirit.
Yeah. So so we started making the whole thing. I did all the graphic design work. I worked so hard on this shit.
And I've
And-
seen the logo. It looks fire.
Well, it
Yeah,
was
I did
amazing,
not
right?
know you knew how to use Illustrator like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so we were supposed to launch on February 28th, right?
Right.
So here comes February 8th, 20 days before launch.
Uh-huh.
And now my guys are going on the Pat McAfee show and taking pictures with their shirts off. I was supposed to be in those photos with my shirt off.
Yeah.
And
You've been training with Tom so hard.
me and Tom have been basically in the YMH gym every single
This
day.
is why you've been talking so much about like you have been so like you're more spiritual now, and you've been talking like you need to wake up at 5 a.m. every
Yeah,
day.
so like me, Tom, and Andrew Huberman have been waking up at 4 a.m, staring into the sun for 2.5 hours to get our dopamine, something about dopamine going around our
Vitamin
brain.
D.
Vitamin
I
D
call it
as well.
dopeness mean.
Dopeness and meanness, which Tom Segura has a lot of. You know,
Yeah.
even though he's my kind of enemy now, I got to admit it. This guy is pretty
Right. This
mean
is
and
you're
funny.
talking about
Yeah.
war.
Yeah, I'm talking about war. So now I'm in a full war with these two, I guess. And I would say this is the shot heard around the world. So if you guys are listening,
Oh, that's
no,
not a
wrong one.
shot. It's a different type of shot.
Listen,
rim
shot.
shot.
And just because you guys are 3 or 4 years older than me doesn't mean that I'm scared of you. I
Yeah.
want you to know that.
Yep.
Okay, and you're a little bit further ahead in your careers.
32-year-old Bert Kreischer.
And Tom Segura's 29. So, but I'm ready for war. Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm coming fully strapped up, and I'm walking into YMH Studios with an RPG, and I'm blowing up your wife, Tom
Yep.
Segura. I swear to God, Christina. P.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
To start a war, you need to know the history of war.
That's true. And I just wanted to really quick thank you, Caleb, for sharing your war of the week.
Thank
Yes.
you. The
maybe
war of
we
the
can,
week,
maybe
which
each
is a new
episode we
segment.
can each kind of have
Have
a
a
segment
full
where
war.
we each talk about a war that
That'd
we've
be
been
good.
engaged in.
I'm trying to recruit Dr. Drew to my war.
Oh, yes.
they have beef as
They
well.
have beef.
You mean Dr. Dre?
Well, Dr.
It's
Dre.
pronounced Dr. Dre.
There's a different Dr.
No,
Dre.
Dr. Drew is a.
It's DRE. It's not DRU. It's Dr. Dre.
You're kidding.
You're mispronouncing it.
Really?
Yeah.
You are just a well of knowledge.
He's the oracle, and
You
he's
are
the one of the
you
most
just know
important.
everything.
He's
It's
one of the
really-
most important things to have in an army,
It's
which
really
is an oracle.
impressive. We need an oracle.
Yeah.
I need an oracle. I need a soothsayer. So I'm recruiting all these kinds of positions for my war, and also a hitman who can kill definitely these two guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into the history of. Oh, can I have one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get. We're going to talk about the history of war today. I think Cameron, you have something planned.
Well, I don't really want to do it right now. Mine,
Okay.
I think that the 5 weeks of war, just so everybody knows, it's like the 5 weeks of planets, where each episode we're going to be focusing on a different. And you'd think I'd say planet here because I said like the 5 weeks of planets. No, each episode we will focus on a different war.
Yeah.
And today we're going to go in chronological order.
Oh yeah,
through 10
and that's what
wars.
it is today.
Today we will be covering the Caveman Wars.
So the Caveman Wars are a historical event that we there's really no. Obviously, this was before written language, so there's
Yeah.
no historical record, but there is an architectural record.
Yeah.
Okay, because they have found
Millions of artifacts.
They found
Yeah.
millions of
Rocks.
drummer boys who are hitting twigs onto
Yeah.
a
Wooden
rock.
guns.
Wooden guns.
Wooden
they found
guns.
That
wooden
have-
ammunition
that
that
are-
goes
Stone
in.
armor.
It's like
Stone
a crescent
armor.
moon. A wooden
Yeah.
gun is a crescent moon with a string.
Yes, and it shoots a long bullet. That
One
has
of the
hair.
longest hairy bullets
Yep.
I've ever
A
seen.
bullet with hair on its butt.
And they've also found archaeological, because every war has a puppet master behind it.
Yes.
So they found archaeological evidence of rich cavemen surrounded by their wealth of rocks and sticks,
Yeah.
sitting in a hovel planning the entire thing.
I guess if we're talking archaeological record, I can go ahead and do my segment now because it's funny
Oh,
enough
yeah.
that we bring it up. For the 5 weeks of war.
Of war.
War. That's so everyone who's commenting and sending this to your parents and your grandparents and your uncles and your granduncles, great uncles, I mean. It's not 5 weeks of wars. 5 weeks of war. So know that when
War.
you're telling people to listen to it.
There's no plurals on this show.
No.
Podcast about list.
Yes.
So you've all heard of show and tell.
Yes.
Show and tell is
Heard of it.
it's for kindergartners.
Yes.
That is why we do show and learn.
Yes.
Now, for
Thank
each
you.
of these wars, I have received on loan from the Smithsonian Institute
in Washington, in our
in
nation's
Washington,
capital.
D.C.
The
I've
heart
reached
of all
out.
war. Wow.
I have received an artifact on loan from them that I'm allowed to showcase on the show and
Okay.
give a little bit of history of its background. That I've gotten, reports on these items' history from famous historians. And today, I'm really excited to bring my artifact. This is, of course, this is the oldest one. So
Yeah.
it's kind of almost, in terms of impressiveness, the artifacts go in reverse order a little
Yes.
bit for which ones we're getting.
Yeah.
So I have an item to show today.
Okay, and this
from,
is gonna
from
be
the
in a
Caveman
case.
Wars.
You're
A
kidding.
case.
Whoa.
Guys, for those listening,
Oh
this
my God.
is a
Careful with that.
a
It's
giant bone.
Oh my God.
This is a giantly large bone.
Careful. It could stab
I'm
me.
showing it to everyone.
You could.
It's literally a weapon. I need to see some bone discipline
Yeah.
with
This
your
is
fingers.
old. It doesn't work
you
anymore.
Need, you need
You
to
don't know-
practice
Stop.
bone discipline.
Stop.
Stop
Get
it.
the bone away from us, man.
It's old.
This probably killed hundreds of people.
Stop.
Stop.
Do you want to know the history behind this bone?
I want to know the history, but I don't want to
Certainly.
stop it.
Stop. You're really freaking him out.
Hey, jeez. It's just a bone. But it's not just any bone.
Okay. Well, tell us what it is then, you bastard.
Guys, this is the bone from the Caveman Wars.
Wow.
Used by Thog against Glonk.
You're kidding.
And I know you're asking yourself, how did this legendary conflict between Thog and Glonk come about? Well, here's the history behind it. This was originally Lug's leg bone,
Oh,
the size makes sense.
his brother.
his femur, until Lug was killed during the siege of Dirk's cave. You see, this was back in about 12,000 BC when economic conditions led to conflict between Thump and the Scratchers, straining the relationship between Thump and Dirk, who was a Scratcher.
Wow.
So after the siege of Dirk's cave, Lug's bone was recovered by Thog. Thog thought Dirk didn't see Thog take Lug bone, but Dirk was sitting on rock nearby and Dirk saw Thog. Dirk sent the Scratchers after Thog to thonk him on the head and take back Lug's leg. The Scratchers went to Thog's tree and climbed up it, but Thog not home. He was out with Glob, looking for dirt. Then they found dirt, so they were taking it to Glob's rock to make brown paint, because brown paint was very valuable at the time and could assuage many of the economic pressures caused by high taxes.
I think I saw a crash course video.
Yes.
The Scratchers burned down Thog's tree using fire, an advanced weapon at the time. Meanwhile, Thump had sex with a monkey. When Glob and Thog saw the burnt remains of Thog's tree, Thog took Lugbone to Dirk Cave and whacked Dirk with it. Whack was also there, and he bopped Thog with a club. Club and Bop were there too, and they ran away. Thog used Lugbone to kill Dirk, but not before Dirk lopped off Glob's head. This ended up causing a massive shortage of brown paint, which led to the Battle of Brown Paint. I'm sure you guys are familiar with.
I remember that one.
Then Thog left Dirk Cave with Lug's bone. Then he saw Glonk and he thought Glonk ugly, so he hit Glonk with bone.
And this is the
Wow.
bone.
And this is the bone.
Oh my
That's the
god.
bone.
That is incredible.
Oh, stop, man.
I'm sorry, it slipped out of my
This thing
hands.
is fun. Not only is it dangerous, stop. You're going to spill.
The bone almost spilled.
I don't even want to touch it. It looks razor sharp.
Stop.
Oh, so, someone hand it to me?
Leave the bone on the table.
I don't have a bone license.
need it
can't
back.
touch
I'm
this
not
thing.
It needs to go
touching
back to the
I have-
Smithsonian.
I have PTSD from bones.
Okay, we'll leave it
Okay.
there for the rest of the
I'm
episode.
going to grab it with my sleeve over my hand. There you go. There's the bone. No, don't.
Okay, you're gonna rip the
hitting
cable.
stuff.
You're gonna-
Stop, man.
Okay.
That's a very expensive artifact.
It fell.
I'm gonna kick it under the table.
Okay. We'll leave it there.
Okay.
And we'll just tell the Smithsonian that we lost it.
We lost it.
It's just a bone.
It's just a bone. Chill
It's
out.
just a bone. Shut the hell
Yeah.
up. Here's my question. You said someone had sex with a monkey. Who gives a fuck?
Let people are people.
I mean, no, but
So why
back
should it
then, if
be?
it was like you're the first guy and your mom's a monkey, I mean, don't have sex with your mom, but you can have sex with her sister
Your
or
aunt.
her sister
Your aunt. Both of those are
or
your aunt.
her sister. I mean, I don't care how
You're
many
switching back and
sisters
forth
removed
between
it
your
is.
mom and
Yeah.
aunt.
I'm just saying, a monkey was just an older, a MILF?
Maybe. I guess so.
Well,
I
you
guess
know, the
back
thing
then,
about history is we write down history so we can avoid the mistakes of the past.
So someone had to write down, I had sex with a monkey.
I had sex with a monkey. Don't do this. It wasn't fun.
Yeah, I've never been interested in having sex
No,
It was
me
worse
neither.
than with a human.
with a monkey. It's gotta
Well,
be worse.
it's probably because we'd have that in the history books. I mean, if it wasn't in the history books, you'd probably think, well, no one's ever done this before. Might as well try.
yeah.
This is the same way that, I mean, not to basically all in history, all wars are connected. You can look at the same causes and effects. It's all one giant web.
Yeah.
And this is the same to keeping track of our mistakes
Okay.
and making sure we don't repeat them. For example, writing down, I had sex with a monkey. I had sex with my mom's sister. This is the same way that we avoid, say, another Hitler coming to power.
Yes.
In the modern day.
Well, that's why Hitler had to write down all that stuff.
It's called
It's so that we could avoid it.
It's called the butterfly effect.
Was that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Out of my
That's what
cable,
that
man.
was.
That was almost a war right between you and me, you bastard.
Oh
We
my
almost
God.
started a new war.
I would not. I would
The War of the
cede-
Whites.
I would wave my little white flag immediately.
Now, are
Yeah,
you
you
guys
would.
wearing costumes for the caveman wars?
I'm
today?
wearing camo.
No, because there's a blizzard outside,
Yeah.
so I didn't. And you took all the caveman stuff in the office.
Well, I also wore this shirt.
Well, I didn't own a monkey shirt
Yeah, me
already.
neither.
And also, that is barely a caveman. It's
Yeah,
more of
that's-
a
You
monkey.
just said that a monkey was
That's
a caveman's, mom.
uncle.
A caveman's mom, not a caveman.
He's looking good though.
You do
Cute
look odd.
monkey.
I mean, you look just like a full monkey to me,
Yeah.
though.
All right. Should I
Yes,
unearth
you
my
look
artifact that I found through research right now?
You found an artifact?
You found
I
an
found
artifact,
I found
too?
an ancient. This is one of the first recorded. Now this is like a
Recorded, like written down?
yeah, written down. So this is somebody doing I guess what's the word I'm looking? Not an interpolation, but a
Interpretation?
interpretation of the first written song which was the most popular caveman song in the world.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They
I'm
had
so-
music
oh
back
my
They
then?
God.
had music.
I
back
thought this
then.
was before the dawn of culture
No. This was the first. This is the most popular caveman song
of all time.
of all time. Yes.
Well, it seems like it's playing on mute right
Yeah,
now.
I think it's completely muted.
Well, it needs to be
so.
in
I'm seeing
presentation
a
mode.
very handsome caveman and a dog.
Yeah, let's listen to this song.
We need to hear it.
Okay. Pretty impressive for a caveman.
Yeah.
Caveman times, everybody's mad. Look around, there's a war to be had. My brother was killed by stones and bags. Dinosaurs, we're riding on their backs. I have a wife, she's 12 years old. When I ran out of money, she was sold into slavery. Oh, it was so cold. My name is Ugg Marigold. I'm a caveman rapper from caveman times. Listen to my caveman rhymes. We don't have money yet, not even dimes. When I said money earlier, I was lying. Nowadays, there's not even crimes. On a pterodactyl, I am flying. The war's going on, so I am spying on my neighbor and my ex-wife. I sold my neighbor my 12-year-old wife. Uh-oh, I just got stabbed. That's right, I just got stabbed. Uh-oh, the stabbing's really bad. I really don't want to tell my dad that I got stabbed and I can't fight in the war. If I don't fight in the war, then my dad is not gonna like me anymore. I got stabbed real bad by a stone that was turned into a sword. We have stone types of swords, and now it's caveman times.
The beat is unbelievable.
And so
With my
they,
final breath, I have to say, caveman wars are okay.
kind of
So that was
a,
the first caveman rap. That was the first caveman
That's
rap of all
unbelievable.
time.
kind of a what's the people who did Love Shack?
Yeah, kind of sounds like
kind of
B-52.
a kind of B-52's type of cadence
Interesting.
that the caveman had.
Interesting, yeah.
So where did people find this?
I think it was written. It was the first written musical notes
On a cave wall.
on a cave wall. Yes.
Cave music.
Cave music.
Uh-huh.
Wow. So and instead of a microphone for amplification, they would walk to the back of the
cave and they would sing this.
Sing into the back of it and have it echo all the way to the front, and it would act as basically a
Basically,
full
a cave
natural
was
speaker.
the ancient equivalent of an iPod.
Yeah.
Where each cave would have a caveman who would go to the back of the cave and sing a song, and all the other ones, whatever song they wanted to listen to that day, they would go stand by the mouth of the cave and they would hear that song while the
juke
cave.
Yeah.
cave. It would be a full juke
because
cave.
Juke invented it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was named after Juke.
It was named after. That's why it's called
And
the Juke
cave.
box.
And eventually, the caves were transformed into boxes.
Yeah.
By a wizard.
Because
in
everything
medieval
technology
times.
just gets smaller and smaller. And we'll get to that, by the way. We'll get to the medieval times.
I'm not sure if we have any. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can switch it up.
Yeah, no, they don't know what the plan is.
Yeah, they
but we
have
do
no
have
idea.
10 wars that
Yeah,
are
it's
are
10 wars
in
we're
the
covering,
pocket.
guys. It's 5 weeks again. When we remember how 5 weeks work, a week has 2 days
Yep.
Yep.
A week- yep.
in our system.
Well, yeah, a week has 2 days, and we have 10 full wars that we're doing, and I think there's going to be a lot of surprises for people. We're not going for the
Definitely.
easy, the mainstream.
Not all.
wars.
No, I mean,
no.
you can tell people.
You can tell
Nobody
we start
fucking.
with the caveman war. Nobody's talked about the
Nobody
caveman
talks about the
wars.
caveman
Not a
wars.
single. Try that blowback.
And you said, yeah, hey, blowback.
Talk about
I'd
the
like to
fucking
see you
caveman
handle
wars.
the caveman wars, which are real and happened.
Yeah.
Blowback takes 10 episodes to talk about one war.
I don't even
Exact-
know what kind of fucking sound effects you'd be putting in this bullshit.
Consider
if
that.
you
You
had
know
the
what?
caveman
Noah
wars.
and Brendan. Consider this a war.
Yep.
We have issued a new war on you.
Yep.
Flawless victory.
And we
that's
just
what
won.
we just won because we're the only ones talking about the caveman war.
Yeah. I'd like to see you do that shit. Mm-hmm. So that's what we really saw a gap in a lot of the historical. Because listen, Dan Carlin is doing. He does all
His stuff's
these.
a little too hardcore.
It's I mean, for me, I'm not into this screamo crap.
I prefer softcore.
Yeah,
His
so he's-
softcore history
he
is
gets
where it's
on
at.
there
Yeah.
and he's screaming about the samurai doing this and that, and I just think that that's not our lane.
Yeah.
That is not our cup
The
of tea.
samurai are not from history. They are made up from movies.
They're
That is not our
literally-
métier.
Yeah, they're literally from the Matrix, or they were based on the Matrix. So
They-
it's really not that
In
cool.
real life, they did not dress crazy or have swords.
Yeah,
They were just
Yep.
guys.
cavemen
They
on the
just
other
They
hand.
didn't even fight.
No, they didn't fight. There's no recorded history of a samurai fight.
Can you imagine
No.
being conscripted into this fucking caveman war?
Dude, you're sitting at home. You're playing with your rock.
Yeah, you're playing Count the Sand.
Yeah. You're
And-
playing Counter-Strike.
You're playing
Counter-Strike Source.
Counter-Strike, the actual source.
Counter-Strike Origin.
Yeah. And then somebody.
You've got a wireless. All mice were wireless.
Yeah.
back
True.
then.
That's
It's
true.
just
You're playing with a
yeah.
mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some giant prehistoric mouse.
Yeah.
I think
Your mom comes in and says Thug, we got a letter, and it's just one letter written on a rock. So maybe in a year we'll get another one. You are,
what's it gonna say next?
and it's just a excised face.
Yeah, you're dead. And then you got to hop in that tank. Now it's a foot powered tank. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is taking.
And Tank is your cousin.
You got to hop in your cousin, power him with your foot, and
'Cause he
now you're out
died.
there and you're killing Neanderthals,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
I read that I was reading about the prehistoric wars, and it is theoried that one of the theories of why Neanderthals went extinct is that it was a full genocide on the part of the Homo sapien.
I thought it
Right.
was
I
just
think
like
it's-
disease.
I think it's also
that we
it's
were
thinking
adapted to.
the Homo sapiens like kind of outcompeted them, and then one of the other theories too is that Neanderthals. I mean, I guess this is less of a cause and more of an effect, but just because they were kind of they were getting beaten out for food sources and stuff, that they all started eating each other.
But that's not that would.
interesting.
There would still be some. The big fat ones would live.
Well, there's some people
Or
who have
die.
Neanderthal DNA. One person at this
Well,
table.
that's because we were
specifically,
breeding
I
with
have
each
a
other.
good chunk, if I remember correctly.
You have a good chunk. I think we all did have
I think,
some
yeah.
I
Neanderthal
think everybody
DNA.
has some.
Yeah, if you go back to Race Off, you can see all of our percentages of Neanderthal.
What I think is fucked up about the caveman wars is that, first of all, nobody really talks about them. They've been completely memory holed
Yeah.
and whitewashed by things
true.
like the Flintstones,
Yes.
which portrays this time in history
As a happy-
a happy.
It's really no
boring-
different from honestly,
Right.
it's no different from an Aunt Jemima syrup bottle.
Exactly.
It's like
It's a complete
there's
caricature.
there's a
It's the
history there
exact
you're not
same.
talking about. So there should be. I think that Barney Rubble should have been probably had his head cut
Yeah,
off.
and
Yeah.
Aunt Ja and Mima were two different cave women that were the
Yeah.
first in their class to they were the
class?
first
Cave school.
cave school, the first of their class to graduate because there weren't women allowed in
Oh
school.
my god! I bet chalkboards are from caveman times.
Yeah,
That literally
that's
is.
what
That's
a cave
painting.
That's what a cave painting is.
and again,
They literally it took them until 2010 to update the technology to the smart board.
Yeah, which is not even good.
Since 30,000 BC, people were using chalkboards.
Can you imagine how amazing it was when they presented that fire for the first time?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the fire keynote. I mean, we talked about this last week, the biblical keynote, but imagine a caveman keynote
Yeah.
where it's a caveman. He's like, "We
Then
can now
you
cook
imagine-
food.
Can you imagine
Food
the,
can now be cooked."
the Pangea project, the Manhattan project of the cavemen, where they're developing fire, and
Yeah.
they have the caveman version of Oppenheimer. he's drawing on the cave wall.
His name is still
he's
Oppie.
drawing on the cave wall, and he's trying to draw some insane thing. Like he's drawing bringing the sun down to the earth or
Yeah.
something, but he's writing with a piece of rock, and it keeps making sparks. And he's like, these stupid sparks, and he's like batting them away. Okay, we're gonna ride a bird up into the sky.
We're
He
gonna
does
take
1
a
plus
road.
1 equals 2, and some guy walks in. He's like, "What is this bull crap you're putting?
This
Come on,
commie-
nobody can understand this.
Nobody knows
bullshit.
No one knows
One
what
is-
this is.
What the hell are you talking about, you fucking asshole?
One is my neighbor,
Go back to chewing on that leaf till it gets you
and
high."
two lives somewhere else.
So a lot of cavemen were named things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
That's
I've
what I'm
been
picking
going
up
with.
on.
Cavemen were just named as anything.
Well, what they're anything that sounds like a sound.
do you think you
was a
guys
caveman's
would
name.
have a? I feel like my name would translate fine into caveman.
Yeah,
Mine maybe not so
Caleb.
much.
me.
Me,
Yours is
Me,
pretty.
Patrick.
Yours is pretty good,
Patrick.
Patrick. Mine I feel like is too. I don't know. I guess Cam Run.
Cameron,
Cam Run.
Come
Yeah.
run,
Cam Run.
come run. That would probably be your name.
Probably be
Yeah, they
the
would
first
spell
half
it
of our
different,
names. You'd probably be K.
I'm C.
Kale.
Leb.
Leb.
Leb is actually a
Leb.
that is a caveman name. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Pat.
lie. Yep.
Yeah. Or Rick.
Rick the
Rick the
caveman. Yeah.
Could be Rick.
What do you think that we would have done in that society? Because right now
Yeah, I'm gonna be
we
honest.
don't do much in this one.
Hunter gatherer for me. I'd
You
be
would
a
be
little,
the one gatherer.
Yeah, I'd be
the
the
one
male
male
gatherer.
gatherer. The one male gatherer.
Yeah, you would be you'd be
And you'd be like,
schmoozing
you'd
up
be
all
going,
the-
yeah,
I'd
you'd
be
go to
gossiping with
hey
all these
girls,
cave
are we
girls.
gathering
Yeah,
today?
you'd be that predatory ass caveman who pretends he's a gatherer,
Where's the dangly loincloth?
pretending you're a
I'm
gatherer to
sick
get
of all
pussy.
these fucking cavemen pretending to be gatherers to get cave girl pussy. This is so fucked up.
That would be you, man.
Yeah, they're
You'd
listening.
be-
It's a caveman who walks up to a cave girl and is like, Do you listen to Duked? I actually, even though I'm a caveman, I like Duked.
What was that guy's name? Ugg
Marigold?
Marigold?
Do you listen to Ugg Marigold?
You know what? I'm going to be honest, man. He's very... the rhymes that he's doing are reminiscent to me of OJ the Alien. He's saying dimes.
Right. And
Interesting.
what I'm wondering here that's interesting is if we're going to see an OJ the Alien situation throughout the 5 weeks of war where it is the same guy making all the songs, because all of the other things do not take place during caveman times.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just wondering, will we see a song from Ugg Marigold that is set during...
No.
I mean, okay.
No, what do you...
Well, I'm just wondering a lot. I mean...
But it could be his family
descent.
tree.
Oh my
It could be
God,
his
Cloud
descendants.
Atlas.
Yes, it could be back to Cloud
Wow.
Atlas, a movie none of us have seen, but we seem to be talking about a
I
lot.
read the book.
Yeah, well, you haven't
I
seen the
read the
movie,
book.
though. So you really
I
don't
saw the
even,
movie in my mind that played when I read the book. And all the characters were very beautiful.
Really? Well, it's true in the movie, too, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks
Yeah. Halle Berry.
became Korean in that movie, if I'm not
Really?
mistaken.
Yeah. How'd they
Well,
do
that's
that
fine.
with tape?
Don't know
No.
how they did it. I never saw it, but it's
Ah.
interesting. You'd think that's how you become Korean.
Yeah, that is kind
Well,
of
it's
an
like, I mean,
interesting-
why are they making it? I mean,
You think they had industrial
think-
light and magic come down with a roll of Scotch tape? You think that's what happened?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
Kind of weird.
That's him.
assumption to
That's
make.
him Korean?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
He looks actually better Korean than he does.
If this is him Korean, that's crazy.
Why?
Because that doesn't look Korean at all.
Don't think this is him Korean.
No, I think this is him. This looks
Look
mob
up-
boss type.
Yeah.
I don't think. I'm trying to remember what the different characters are in Cloud. There's a Korean robot.
Okay.
There's an old whaling guy on a whaling ship. There's a composer, a musical composer. There's a woman.
Really?
Yep. That's about all I can remember.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
That
Do
is
you think
fascinating.
Yeah, that's what they did for Mickey Rooney, right? The tape?
In The Wrestler?
Or Mickey... No. Mickey Rooney was not in The Wrestler. That would be a very interesting movie, though. Him standing at the back of the ring like, "Oh, why I oughta?"
They should. I wish The Wrestler was like the jazz singer. It was like a remake of a
Yeah.
really old racist
Yeah.
movie.
I really wish that okay, here. I think that AI is good. To bring,
you. Someone
bring back
said it.
performers. I just really wish that we could have preserved all the silent era movie actors and have them in movies today.
Yeah.
I think it would be absolutely incredible to see these people in modern movies and especially the people from silent movies who never used their voice. And they
That's
died
right.
before movies
Lillian
became
Gish.
had sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fatty Arbuckle.
Lon Chaney.
Fatty Arbuckle in a Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah.
I want to see
That'd
that
be
shit.
sick.
Can you imagine how fire it would be if Laurel and Hardy were showing up in movies?
They
Oh
talked.
right now.
God.
I know. I'm just saying
Oh,
old. I know.
that'd
they
be
I thought you
good.
were still on the silent generation thing.
No. Well,
Or Anna Nicole Smith.
the silent generation.
They were technically the silent generation, though, right?
I don't know.
I thought the Silent
Thought that was,
Generation was a
World War
gener-
One,
Why'd they call them that?
because they went through trench warfare and came back like this.
They were quiet.
They became.
Do you guys
completely
think
silent.
the cavemen got PTSD during the caveman?
Yes.
War? They
Of-
saw
of
a
course.
stick growing out of a tree and they had a flashback.
And guess what?
I got hit by a stick.
Oh, it's the
Guess who
4th
were
of July.
those?
Let's go watch a stick grow out of a tree.
Yeah, and guess who it's named after?
Oh, and here comes Grandpa.
Two
getting all
cavemen and
mad.
PTSD.
Oh my God, an asteroid is falling down.
Yeah. Do you think that an asteroid brought the idea of war to Earth through a bacteria?
Yes.
Do you think that Earth was completely peaceful? A green asteroid came
Yeah.
down, glowed. The cavemen swam out into a lagoon and like dove down and touched it, and some like
It
green
was- yeah.
slime mold bacteria went
Exactly.
into, infected their brain and made them violent.
I don't know
Exactly
how
like
familiar-
the Jordy Verrill from Creepshow.
I don't know how
Oh, yeah.
familiar you are with scripture, but according to VeggieTales, that's how the rumor weed came down to.
Really, like
yeah.
wormwood.
The rumor weed.
You know wormwood?
No.
Wormwood is a star that falls from the sky during, I think, the Judgment Day that turns all the water sour.
Really?
Isn't
Yeah.
wormwood
I kind
the
of like
thing
the
they,
idea of sour water.
Isn't that the thing they use to make malort?
Yes. But
Yeah,
that's
it's
different.
Oh my
named, that's
God.
probably
I
named
think
after
that's-
that.
That's
that's
why
different.
everyone in Chicago is so violent.
The rumor weed comes down from space and starts telling rumors, start spreading rumors, and the asparagus indulges them.
Rumors are at the root of almost every war that's
Yeah.
ever been fought.
Well, yeah,
because
because I guess another thing we need to do is get to the bottom of why these wars happen.
Yeah.
You know?
we really have not covered historically very much at all about the caveman wars and
No.
what.
Well, that's because a
took
lot of
place
it,
and-
again, it's been covered up. This is what do they call that? A Da Vinci Code type
Right.
of situation where probably the Vatican or some other religious entity is in charge of making sure that we never learn about this shit.
Yeah.
Because they want it to happen again. That's the whole point of trying to bomb us back to the Stone Ages so that they can do another prehistoric war.
Yeah,
And that's that about that, man.
that's so true. If they used DNA to bring back Neanderthals, they should put them in zoos, and I would go every day.
Yeah.
To go see the Neanderthals?
Yeah.
But what if they wouldn't you feel a little bad if they spoke English and
No.
liked movies?
Buddy, I have a TV show for you.
Wait, what TV show could this be?
Geico Caveman, the show.
Wait. I think I will watch that with Nick Kroll.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't it get canceled?
It got
because-
canceled and because it was so bad, and it's also one of the most racist shows in television.
What is racist? I never understood. I've heard that before. What is racist?
Every
about?
joke in it is they're only saying that because they think all cavemen have big dicks, right? It's all just shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see how that would not be.
Uh-huh.
Not be. I mean, the thing is,
There's
they
not
made it for a
PC.
caveman audience, which they didn't give a fuck about anything.
No.
Oh, the monkey hat's coming off.
Evolved.
Whoa! The war inside you, the man won.
Evolution.
That's
Evolution.
This hat is so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's so uncomfortable. I hated wearing it for the moon one. But that's what when I was a kid, I said the word evolution for Pokemon.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I thought that's what it was, and I wasn't corrected until I was 18 when I was talking about Pokemon.
Every story you tell us about you growing up, now that I've heard a lot of them, I feel pretty comfortable in saying that you were not the brightest kid.
I was I'm still not very well read. I don't know what a lot of stuff means. I was in, it was mostly for math classes, but I was in special ed math classes.
Did you have any cavemen in there?
There was one kid that could have been a caveman.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy brow ridge?
Yeah, crazy brow. He smelled.
He smelled like
fire and
like
brimstone.
fire, yeah.
Yeah. He always was painting on the wall.
Did they
He would find stuff around the classroom and paint on the wall.
Paint a picture of what he found
Yeah.
with an arrow to where he found it. Painting the pencil sharpener and drawing an arrow and doing footsteps 5 paces this way.
Yeah, he painted a pencil and then then with the pencil drew a picture of the teacher's desk.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I think it's one thing to talk about this shit. It's
Of
one
course.
thing to
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It is, but
I told you I was in a class called Math Concepts, right?
yes,
Many
and
times.
And it was about measuring spoons
Yeah, it was
or
about
something.
cooking.
That's
They taught
awesome.
us. They taught us math through cooking.
That's all. I mean, that
Yeah.
works. That's most of math that you use, I guess.
Yeah, I still don't remember any of it though.
The only thing I use math in is gambling.
Yeah, I can't even do that. I mean, you saw all my. I lost. I spent $15 on the Super Bowl. I lost $15.
You didn't get a single fucking
Did
hit.
not hit anything.
That is
Damn.
bullshit.
Not even
Not
the
even
one.
mine?
No, I bet my last dollar and I let Cameron
His last
bet it.
dollar.
My last dollar, I let Cameron bet it.
$15, my last dollar.
I think I could have cashed out and it would have been 43 cents, and then you said hold.
Hold the line.
I didn't say shit.
You said hold the line.
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you I didn't. I
You
did
said
not make
hold
a
the
single.
line.
I did not.
You said they're going
You're
to come
fully
back.
lying.
There goes your gambling streak.
You're completely
as the master
lying.
gambler.
You're
it's
so
gone.
he's literally completely lying.
Why would he
I did
lie?
Not, because I didn't say that.
You said hold the line.
He feels bad that he lost his money.
I don't
I
feel
did
bad
not
that I
say
lost
that,
my
bro.
money.
You're starting a
$1.
war right now.
$1.
You said to hold because it'll cash out 126.
I did not. That is something you said to me. You
Did
always
I?
do this. You say something to me and then you say, "Oh, you told me this."
But at the
Interesting.
time, did you look?
I wasn't even part of it. You know what? You didn't even say it to me. You said it to Caleb. I
I?
remember this now.
I don't
You were
remember
showing
it.
Caleb bet. You said, I should hold because it could cash out
This was
126.
okay. Then this
and
is
I was not even involved in the conversation.
This is a margarita related accident.
Yeah, this is a margarita.
Again, another common cause of many wars.
Yeah, margaritas.
See, margaritas
A couple
have caused a lot of
margaritas and you start
misunderstandings.
a war and destroy
We
millions
almost
of
just
lives.
started a war, but thank God
The tensions are rising.
we knew.
Do you think we can make it through 5 weeks without getting into a full-blown war between each other?
I don't
There's
know.
basically
There's-
no
it's
chance.
not possible.
There's no chance. The war. I'm already readying my defenses.
Look how much we fought just now over such a tiny thing, 26 cents.
First of all, yeah, exactly. That's nothing. And first,
and look at this. I'm trying to interlock fingers with him, and he wants to strike me.
And if I was a
We can't
war
even reach a
photographer,
truce.
this would be an amazing photo. Is the cocked back fist and the hand trying to stop it? That would be like that guy getting shot in the head in Vietnam. That would change the world. That would change everybody's perception.
Why
of
didn't the
this war.
cameraman step in?
That's what I would have. I would have put.
Shoot me instead.
Hey, whoa!
I would have.
No!
If I was that guy, I would have. If I was the dude getting shot, I would have dodged it. But if I was the cameraman, I would have jumped in front of that bullet. That's a good way to go. And then that would have been an even more powerful photo. Is the photo on the ground, the selfie he takes after he took the bullet for the guy, and he's like pointing at the hole.
in his chest. Just
Can you imagine the Instagram story you would get to post right after you get shot?
Oh,
dude.
wait, this is a great idea. We don't have one this week, but from now on, I will make sure that I have an Instagram story from every war. An Instagram story from every
That's
war
what they do for
that
the
we can look at.
when like 6th grade, when they're trying to
Yes.
get you to like pay attention. It's
Yeah.
like this is what it would be like if Facebook was around during
Yeah.
slavery.
I'm
and
going
it would be
to-
like a thing that was like Slaver John. I love my slave. And then it would be like slave. No,
didn't they do that? They did that with Anne Frank.
they do it with
They
everything.
did
Yeah,
that with
everything's
Snapchat.
like that.
Anne Frank's Snapchat, where she's like, "Yep, in the attic today."
It's the only way they could think of to get kids to look up at the screen.
And
Yeah.
so that's what we're trying to do here because we're educational. And I actually
This is
do
what
have
this is. The 5 weeks of war is when MLK was in Fortnite. This is the same exact
This
thing.
is the same thing. We're trying to teach
We're
the
trying
young
to
kids because we have a
trying to
younger
smuggle
audience.
some knowledge into this humor-based irreverent.
Yeah, and I have a clip from a history audio documentary that I'm working on.
Really?
Yeah, that is about different wars, and I'll show some clips throughout the whole time. But here it is.
The Great Cavemen Wars. A fierce battle between Homo neanderthalensis and Homo sapien rages in a Eurasian mountain range, somewhere near modern Uzbekistan. The war has been long and bloody, with thousands of casualties on each side, a staggering number in relation to the world's population at the time. This war has raged over thousands of miles and hundreds of battles, but our story finds us in a bunker, lit by an early fire. A glimpse into history, a tear in time. Let's listen in as two top strategists of the Homo sapien army discuss their species' next move.
Oogie boogie. Oogie boogie. Bug.
Oogie bug bug. Oogie bug bug boogie. Oogie bug bug oogie bug bug boogie.
That was so amazing. History is awesome, and I hope war never ends. Goodbye until next time. I'm Peeler.
Wow.
On what?
On what? What did
He
it say?
said he's Peemer. That's his name. That's the guy. That's the host
Eminem's
of the,
voice?
The fucking caveman.
probably was
I don't
Eminem's
know what, I
ancestor,
don't know what.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know
If
what.
it sounds similar,
I don't know what voice actor they hired for the documentary. You know, I'm just a producer. But yeah, we're coming out with that. That's a project. Once I got cut out of the Porosos thing, I was like, I need like.
You need to
listen, I
study
love you
war.
guys. I need my own independent thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I know I'm working on this documentary. We have a lot of really cool people involved, big names. So stay tuned for the next episode.
I'm
of that.
super excited.
But isn't that amazing to be able to just see a glimpse into? I mean, he says it perfectly. A tear in time. You know, we
He
can
said a
see-
tear in time.
Well,
I think.
because
I don't think
it's-
he said it so perfectly.
He said it. Well, it's his accent actually.
Yeah.
But yeah,
tear in
A
time.
tear in time.
Here in time.
But just being able to glimpse just for a moment into actually what it was like, because we can sit here
Right.
and speculate all day about what bone went into what guy, but then when you
Yeah.
hear it, when you hear the pain in those words, I mean, one of them said, I believe it was Oogie Boogie Bug,
Yeah.
which I don't speak.
No.
Spanish,
But you could tell it's
whatever
animal.
that was really, really amazing. I think.
Yeah.
It was more powerful. It's
That's
like when you
probably like a
hear
speech.
It's like when you hear Andre Bocelli do the prayer, you know, and he's going blah 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 blah.
Or it's like if when you
And I
visit
go, I hear
visit
the-
Mexico, you see a young child get hit by a car, you hear the anguished screams of his mother holding him in his arms.
Exactly,
You don't
yeah.
understand what she's saying, but you can understand that she's sad.
Yeah, because it's like ha 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 versus ja ja ja.
Right.
They have their
Yeah.
own painful cry
Yeah.
that isn't ah.
Exactly.
Did you know, speaking of war and stabbings and stuff like hurting from war, every single language has their own version of ouch.
Really?
Every single
Really?
language says ouch a different way.
Okay, for example, what's the one for
I
China?
don't remember,
and
but
Chinese?
I think it was Korean and it's like Aya or something or Io or
So do Chinese now,
I don't know that one.
and now do Japanese.
I think Italian
Now
was
Russian.
like
Okay, now do Korean.
or
Well,
something.
isn't
but
it?
they all have a different word for ouch.
I think it is true that there. I think the one in Spanish is like I.
yeah, it's I. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Because
Ay, Chihuahua.
you go like I.
Yeah.
If you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that before, and I've been like, I think I'm gonna steal that.
And then there's this one.
I say I sometimes.
there's an African country. I forget which one.
Africa.
Africa. But there's an African country that has a version of bless you for when somebody gets hurt.
Oh, that's
so they
good.
have a, they have a
That's really
word.
good.
So if you get a paper cut and you go like their version of ouch, they have a bless you for that.
I just watched this movie the other day called The Ghost in the Darkness, where Val Kilmer is a bridge builder, and he gets sent to Africa, and they never say what country he's going to. He just is always like, "I'm going to Africa. I'm so excited to go to Africa," and they just always say Africa. They never say the country. And he has a evil like supervisor guy. He has like a really mean guy who's sending him on the project, and they convey that the guy is mean and evil because he gets off the like train to come to this camp in Africa, and he goes, "I hate Africa," and then it shows an insert shot of an African guy looking at him like disapprovingly.
He says, "I hate Africa." It's the
so
first thing he says when he touches down.
It might not be
Saying
the
I, that's
first thing.
crazy.
He says something and then he says, "I hate Africa," and then it shows the guy go like,
Well, that must mean something even worse in that language.
Yeah.
If that guy has no idea what he's saying, but is
"Oh, they
still
speak
disappointed.
English in the movie."
Oh,
but they're fighting
really?
lions.
Whoa!
Val Kilmer and
Well, that's
Michael
a
Douglas
great
have
war.
a war against lions.
Man versus animal.
Man versus animal.
Oh my God, we could do a whole episode that is just breaking down different types of
Different types of wars.
wars.
Well,
Man versus animal is the caveman wars as well.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Because,
that's
I mean,
today then.
it
Today's
was-
man
the
versus
woolly
animal.
mammoth. I mean,
Right.
also
I
Neanderthal.
mean, the Neanderthals,
you
what I
can't
meant.
really-
But yeah, I mean, they've also fought, anything like giant owls to Yoshis.
they did not have giant owls.
Yeah, they
They
did.
had giant owls.
Guardians of Gahul.
The
That-
Guardians of Gahul.
That is not in
Caveman-
a caveman world.
That was in caveman times.
That wasn't.
Guardians of Gahul was
Gahul.
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 Gahul. There's an
Gahul.
apostrophe.
Gahul was
No,
not.
it's not Gahul. That's a
Gahul.
different
The
place.
Guardians.
The Guardians
say
of
it.
G.
Guardians
Guardians
of.
if
No. That's if.
Let's start over.
You said if.
Guardians
Guardians
of.
No.
of
There we go.
Gahul.
Gahul.
There.
Okay.
Thank
Did I
you.
do it?
Thank you.
did it.
Okay, that was not a caveman era thing. That,
That
was,
was
a
a
wizarding
caveman.
era.
I think it was. Well, at
Maybe
the
you're
very
right.
least. Well, why would it be CGI if it was? They
Yeah.
could have had real people in it if it was in modern day.
Because it was fucking talking birds, man.
You can make a bird talk. I've been watching a
Guardians.
lot of.
Talking guardians. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They're guardians.
They're Guardians.
I've been seeing a lot
They
of
had
videos of
giant
birds that
birds.
speak.
You know what would be
Back
so
then.
Yeah.
fucked up about the caveman, dude? The caveman times.
What?
Them big bugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck those big bugs.
ass
Every
bugs.
time I go to any kind of history museum and I see that huge centipede, dude,
Yep.
I don't want any. I
still
don't, I
have
don't want
those
to
in
go to
Vietnam.
that.
Get that out.
They don't have those in Vietnam.
They do have those in Vietnam.
I just no, not that
That's
big.
gone.
They do.
Not
It's gone.
so big.
It's
like
gone
that.
to our time.
I watched a video about giant centipedes the other day. I don't remember anything about
That
it.
is the most disgusting thing that has ever existed.
is gross.
There was a time before cavemen when it was basically just bugs, the Carboniferous period, and during this time was when the Earth was all the land on the Earth was just swamps,
Now we're in
What
the
was their
and it was
war
all
period?
frogs and bugs was the rulers of the Earth.
What
Isn't that
was
crazy?
that war?
The war between frogs and bugs. This is literally
who
baked
won?
in
They're both
the
around.
cartoon war that you see in books like The Far Side
Yeah.
and movies like a small portion of Looney Tunes episodes. Frogs eating bugs. This is baked into the Earth of DNA.
By the way, Gary Larson, I'd like to tip my hat to you. You may be the only mainstream news outlet that has covered the
100%.
caveman wars to
Yeah.
any degree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You are
So-
the caveman
Then
goat.
they were in the Caveman Times, the newspaper.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
They were in the
okay.
Caveman Times
That's
newspaper.
making more
yeah.
sense. I was like, okay, yeah, caveman times is what we're talking about. But you were talking about a
The
newspaper.
newspaper where every single ugh, booga, poo, poo, poo.
You know what's an amazing,
And then one
in
Gary
preparation
Larson
for
comic
this,
at the corner.
in preparation for this, I watched a movie because I watched Land of the Lost
Oh, which
Nice.
with Will Ferrell.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the original one, the Sid and Marty Krofft
What the
one,
fuck are you talking about?
the one that it's based
The
on.
original one, Danny McBride.
Was the
Will
original
Ferrell.
a movie or a TV show?
No, it was a TV show.
Yeah, so
It actually looks dope.
Anyway, the bug thing, he gets attacked by a giant mosquito and it drains him of all of his blood. And then he grosses out the girl.
yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I watched the worst movie I've ever seen in my life about cavemen before I even knew we were doing the cavemen.
That's amazing.
Was it
And I went to
Caveman
the- I
with
went to
Ringo
the
Starr?
what
theater.
was it called again?
It was called Out of Darkness.
Oh.
Yes.
I went to the theater. I went to see it because I saw it on AMC. And you know how AMC has the thing on the when you like go to watch a movie, like say if it's like a Japanese movie, it says like Japanese spoken with English subtitles above it. This movie I saw is about cavemen, and it said on the thing. The reason I decided to go is because it said artificial language spoken with English subtitles, and the whole movie they were speaking made up caveman language.
What did it sound
That's
like?
sick.
It sounded? It just sounded. It didn't sound caveman-y. They were
Really?
just
Yeah.
like it did.
The guy doing the speed reading on
Yeah.
that
They just,
video.
it sounded like a Lord of the Rings language, but it was a bad movie.
That's
Basically,
bullshit.
they were being stalked by this monster, and I thought, oh my God, they're going to show a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that monster was another type of human.
Oh.
Turns out humans, then they go to the human's cave, they kill him. So first of all, this human has been hunting them, ripping off their skulls and jaws and
Ravishing.
killing them, completely ravaging, destroying their bodies. Most evil, vile thing you've ever seen a human do to another human. They followed this guy back to his cave and they kill him because he's a serial killer. And then they go and they also kill his mother. And then
it's kind
and
of
then it's this
rude.
girl, and then
Not
she's
mommy.
like, and then she looks around, she goes, oh my God, she realizes in this cave they have sleeping bags just like the other cavemen do. They were, in fact, the people that they were brutally, savagely murdering and ripping to shreds and causing great suffering for no reason. They honored their dead by putting rocks on top of them. So they actually cared deeply for the dead, even though they were serial killing them and basically mangling them. She thinks, oh my God, they were just like us. Am I the real monster after all? And the son,
The answer is no.
the kid that they kidnapped to take away and maybe cook into a stew or something, turns out they're trying to save him because the caveman dad was abusive.
An abusive caveman.
An abusive caveman dad is
Wow.
named
Wow.
Adam, and the mother is named Eve.
What the hell?
on.
And then at the end of the movie, she's going to comes out of the cave and she climbs up a mountain. And
Don't
also she
tell me
just
they
killed
did-
another
don't
guy
tell me there's
one
a
for no
tree.
reason. That she climbs up. The kid that she rescued that got kidnapped goes like, so what do we do now? She turns back, looks down the mountain. She says, we try again.
Whoa.
And
What does that mean? She's gonna try with him?
Yeah, she's
Yes.
gonna bone this
Ugh.
kid. What the hell?
What the hell? That's really the end
it's
of the movie.
literally
I'm gonna-
maybe the worst movie I've seen in a theater.
It's a
and
sequel.
We're
Did
gonna
you know this?
so
She's gonna
crazy.
try with this little
It's a
boy?
sequel?
It's a sequel to Caveman starring Ringo Starr and Dennis Quaid.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah.
And that's a sequel to Year One
Yeah.
Oh,
with Jack Black.
it's probably closer to Year One.
Jack
than it is
Black. I
Caveman.
would put money on Jack Black having a higher than average.
Neanderthal.
I think every Neanderthal was walking around Jack Black style
Yeah.
back. Yeah, that was that we had oog oog oog, and they were like ring ding 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 waka waka pow wow.
But even before guitars were invented, they were going.
Yeah, yeah. That was their war cry, dude. That would be so fucking scary. You get you have all of your bone armaments, and you get in a big line to do the caveman
Yeah.
war. Here comes over the hill 5,000 Jack Blacks.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they stage dive onto you.
They're
Dude,
singing
From
the
they
Kids'
have
Choice
the high
Awards.
ground.
exactly.
Oh my god, the
Yeah.
stage dive would be so
Yeah.
terrible.
That would scare the fuck out of me,
Damn,
man. They're all
this-
walking around playing a frog like a fucking.
That had to be.
Ugh.
There had to be have been multiple battles in the caveman wars that were settled by someone jumping onto the other person.
Yeah.
Just squashing them.
What can
Wearing
you
a
do?
suit of rocks and jumping on someone.
That was how they executed people.
Yeah.
I
They're wearing
am
a big
rock
stone
man.
suit and just going.
A stone suit would be so.
Yeah.
Oh my
sick,
God.
A stone
man.
like mech suit, but it doesn't have any functions. It's just for jumping onto
Yeah,
someone.
that's essentially what
You
Juggernaut
could have just
does.
thrown a rock
Yeah.
on him, I guess.
Except
but,
Juggernaut is strong. You would
He's
not.
also
this guy would
strong
not be strong in
tall.
a
Yeah.
rock suit.
He's also strong, but he's made of rock.
What size were humans
He's not
back
made of
then?
rock.
He's not
suit
made
is.
of. He's made of rock hard muscle,
Skin,
Skin and bone,
but
and
his
muscle
suit is
and
a
fat.
complete stone.
and he
type.
can't be hurt.
His suit is not stone. His helmet maybe is.
His helmet is
metal.
stone.
Well, his body, his chest,
Isn't it
and
like
stuff.
ruby or something?
It's some kind of thing, and Professor X can't get his mind into it.
Can't get his mind off it.
And he's also
Professor X.
his brother or something.
You
His
think that
half-brother?
Professor X was trying to get his mind into his chest?
No.
Okay.
Is Magneto gay?
Magneto's actor is gay.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Magneto
of.
acts gay, but he isn't.
Sitting in a wheelchair.
That's Professor
That's
X.
Professor X.
Oh my God, we could talk about
It's
the
all
Age of
the
Apocalypse,
same
bro.
guy.
It's not all the same guy.
It's all the same guy.
No,
Prove to me that those are not the same guy.
it's Ian McKellen, Sir Ian McKellen, and Sir Patrick Stewart.
So that okay, one similarity, Sir.
Sir is
Not really.
They're both sirs.
They're both knights.
Guess
They're
they're
both
both sirs.
benighted. That's crazy. X-Men has 2 knights in it.
Yeah, that is.
That's
yeah.
kind of awesome.
Yeah.
And they're
That's gotta
ultimate
be the-
enemies.
That's gonna be like the only movie
Sir
with 2
versus
knights.
Sir.
They're not really enemies as much as they are friends who have a disagreement. Which
What
isn't
is
that
an
all
enemy
wars?
but a friend who has
Yeah.
a disagreement?
Oh wait, was the guy who
God.
played Count Dooku a knight as well?
Yeah.
Christopher Lee.
He was Sir Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
Was he?
Okay, so then
I
Lord
think
of the
so.
Rings
I think he
has
got
2 knights
knighted.
as well.
He got knighted towards the end of his life.
Good for him.
Yeah. He was
I know
obsessed
he was
with Dracula.
he was Dracula.
He was.
He was Dracula. He was obsessed with the gothic
He
stuff,
was a
and he was a metal musician.
He was like a secret agent. He killed people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the thing that was
That's the
Peter
classic Lord of the
Jackson
Rings
talking
backstage-
about how he was the one
backstage.
who knew what people.
Yeah, he was
who
like,
had
no,
been
it doesn't sound
stabbed
like
or
this. Yeah, it sounds like this.
He's like, they don't sound like They go like, oh my god, crap.
Yeah, they go save me.
Holy crap, this
My
really
family.
sucks.
Stab!
Stabbed.
Stabbed!
Stabbed.
That'd be a good. That'd be awesome to have a veteran on a movie like that. And
Yeah.
It's like, no. When
A
someone gets
consultant.
shot, they don't go, ow. They go like, what the crap? Ow! Wow, that hurt so bad. We brought in an expert to make
Yeah.
sure that all the reactions
He'd be
were
like, just-
very.
He's just going
lifelike.
around and be like, like it's the giant battle scene where it's like the helm's deep, like everyone's getting
Yeah.
stabbed like left and right. There's a million people dying on screen. It's like, well, just so you know, when people die, they void the entire contents of their bowels.
Yeah.
You have to make
so
these
you're gonna
all of these
do
orcs
that.
have to be shitting themselves whenever they die.
shitty.
The ground would be covered in shit.
Peter Jackson's
That
trying to
is true
explain
about
it to
war.
him.
Yeah.
So
He's trying-
many people.
No, it's an Urukai. They're not going to shit.
No,
They're
they're
not
gonna
going to
shit.
shit. They shit.
They
They're
are
born
shit.
from shit.
They shit because they eat.
Do you think that they poop food?
No,
They
they're
do.
they're
They are a
poop,
little
so
bit reverse.
Their
people.
opposite would
they're
be
not
food.
reverse people.
Well, not in the hair way,
No.
but that
No.
we've talked about before, but in the way that it's
They are waste that becomes human.
they like nasty crap.
Yeah.
and
That's
they,
not reverse. To like
So
nasty
you like
stuff.
nasty crap, Mr.
No,
Person?
but that's part of that's part of being a person is you can like nasty crap. It doesn't make you reverse.
It makes you non-human if you like crap.
if you like poop, if you eat poop,
the
if you're
Urkai
into
don't
scat,
eat poop. That's not the. That's
They're from it.
they're from poop.
that's not like poop. It's slime.
No, poop
Where
is
do you-
slime.
okay. Oh, very interesting. Where does the slime come from?
Your butt.
Probably
Their
from
ass.
not from their ass.
They're
That's
born
probably
from
orc
butts.
sperm.
They're born from butts.
That's also nasty.
yeah.
So this is still a
It's
disgusting
nasty, but I'm
thing.
saying, oh, okay, whatever. But they don't eat poop.
They eat
That's
poop.
not part of their thing.
They
It
eat
literally
poop.
is
That's
in
not
the original
It's
text.
not in the original.
The
text.
original British version
No,
in the original
no,
language.
No.
They eat
no.
poop.
They eat poop because it's their arm, and they eat their own arms.
They don't.
They eat each other.
What you're saying now is not making any sense.
The orcs eat each other
You are
in that
babbling
one
today.
scene where Pippin and Merry run away. They
right
eat
meat's
that
back
guy.
on the menu.
Meat's back on the menu. They're made out of poop.
They're not made out of poop.
Why,
They're
why
made out
does
of
that
waste.
prove it?
They are eating waste. And if the orc
So
is
if you
waste,
die, you're poop.
no, if the orc is made of waste and they eat him, they are eating waste.
Orcs aren't made of waste.
I'm starting to
Wait a
disagree
minute,
with
the
you because you're
Urukai-
getting so schizophrenic with your argument here.
No, the
I think
Urukai are poop.
Let's go back to the slime.
Yeah.
They're
The slime
slimy
is the
poop.
proof. The slime is the proof that they eat poop.
But they eat the guy
The
who's made
slime
of
is
slime.
less. His argument made more sense than yours.
No, mine
Just because
makes,
there's slime around.
Oh, okay. Well, riddle me this: if you were in a puddle of slime and you came out gasping for your first breath, you'd get a little poop in your mouth.
It's not poop. It's slime.
Well, slime.
If it's slime mixed with poop.
That scene's so awesome when they have the slime on their face and they're going.
Yeah, dude.
fire.
Imagine doing that to. I would. They should remake that movie with a bunch of like Sydney Sweeneys and stuff climbing out of the slime, just as a scene that I can have.
Damn, I would love to be the guy putting the white handprint on the Sydney Sweeneys.
We should do a Mr. Slime where it's all the times that
Anytime a
anytime
woman
an
is
actress
covered in
has been covered in
I
disgusting.
guarantee
slime
that
in a
that is
movie.
already that
Yeah.
already exists. There's
It's
no
probably
way that
called
does not
it's probably
exist.
called the Gunge database.
There's fully to find funny slime and gunge pictures before. I've definitely stumbled on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The
I
Matrix coming out of the thing.
Do you
Yeah.
think that fetish is directly correlated with the Nickelodeon Kids
Yeah.
Choice Awards? Like
yeah,
the way
it's
that
Nickelodeon. It's the same way. It's the same way furries and diaper stuff. It's all what you see when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Britney Spears got covered in the slime and it ruined a lot of lives. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Katy
exactly
Perry?
what I'm saying.
Katy Perry got covered in slime.
Katy Perry
She got
slime.
blasted in the face with slime.
Green.
Violently.
Why were they blasting
They
so many
they
people
blasted
with
her
slime?
hard.
They
Yeah.
went. I understand why they
too
toned
hard.
it back with the slime.
Yeah.
it was getting fucking crazy. The
It was.
amounts of
the
slime.
way that they blasted Katy
It was
Perry looked like it actually
unrealistic.
hurt.
Yeah.
It was unrealistic.
Speaking
Nobody
of-
could make that much slime.
Speaking of KP, you ever seen the music video for?
Is this a song you're playing right now?
No.
What the fuck are you doing?
Part of Me, the music video for Part of Me,
This
she
is
enlists in the
part
army.
of-
No, I haven't seen.
Really?
This is the craziest music video. I don't know what that song is about, but I know it's not about the army. But that music video is
It's just
Katy,
like an inspiration
it's
song.
Katy Perry. There it is. She cuts off all her hair and then joins the army.
She does G.I. Jane.
She does GI. It's a GI Jane music video, and there's no reason for her to be in the army in this song.
Dude, imagine you're in that helicopter and you've just been like looking down at a picture of your family. You look up, Katy Perry.
Katy Perry right there.
Katy Perry. You're like, all right, well, I'm not making it home.
Yeah, I'm getting shot. This is
I
my
think-
supervising officer.
Well, I think I will die.
This is the person who's higher in command than me. I'm
Yep.
fucking dead.
But then she goes out, and then nobody wants to shoot her. She's Katy
She's
Perry.
got a necklace of teeth.
And if you,
she's just
children's,
like- yeah.
children's skulls just wrapped around her. She's the most sicko.
and if you
She's
remember
got-
from the
yeah.
California Girls music video, she had
she has a whipped cream bulletproof vest.
and she's shoot, and it's with that whipped cream is acidic, and it's shooting out at people.
Take a shower. Wash that shit off.
Get that cream off you, girl.
First of all,
Then
that
their
it's
hand
disgusting.
dissolves.
You're gonna be sticky as fuck.
Yeah.
You're gonna get ants everywhere. Second of all, I'd rather see you naked.
I don't want to have
I can't
sex
see
with you.
your
You're-
body.
You're
I
covered
don't
in
wanna have
whipped
sex
cream.
with food.
Yeah, what that doesn't. That's doing nothing for me. Again,
food
the
is
ants are
not
going to be a
sexy.
real problem. What? I'm
Yeah.
getting ants are biting me while we're having sex because I
Imagine
got
an
whipped
ant
cream all
crawling
over
in
me.
the your pee hole.
That would. What was it? A herding ant?
that
or
was
a-
poison back in the time of the cavemen.
Yeah.
that
That's
was
how
how
they
they
would-
assassinated people.
They would
Yeah.
put ants
They would
in
put
the pee
ants
hole.
into their room.
Yeah.
and just pray that it crawled somewhere.
It's
that
the,
would,
the
that would
slugs
show
from
just-
Attack of the Clones. They put
Oh,
one
the
big
brain one?
ant.
Go in your ear.
Yeah, they fucking caveman walking up to a cave with a giant ant, just going.
Just running away.
They do the thing where they take a wasp with a jar and they just put it.
Oh wait, what was the what? There had to have been a Franz Ferdinand event that's
Yes.
kicked off the caveman wars, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is all speculation.
No, it's not. It's true.
It's true.
A coconut
Sorry.
being dropped from a great height, 10 or 15 feet,
Yeah.
onto a guy.
Oh my god.
And the
Something like
assassination,
that.
yeah.
A full
Or
assassination.
somebody caught a-
But he misses the coconut, but then later he's at a cave,
Yeah.
a coffee cave, and then he here comes Mr. Franz.
cave.
A cave. Ooh, that's good.
That's really good.
Because isn't that what happened with Franz Ferdinand? Is they tried to kill him the first time, and then he was like, "All right, I'm gonna leave and go hide in a cafe."
I don't
And then he
remember.
drove by the cafe, and he was like, "Oh snap, that's a guy I was supposed to kill." Pop, pop.
But
I think it was in its car.
you
Yeah.
guys need to everyone listening to this needs to be a lot more aware of secret messages in popular culture, because I bet you'd never even considered this before. But that song that we all heard on the radio a bunch of times is literally called Franz Ferdinand, "Take Me Out," as in kill me,
Oh, I
take
thought
me out, shoot me,
maybe it was
assassinate
Take Me Out.
start a war.
maybe it was
is the
take me
command
out
of
to the
that song.
cafe so I don't get shot.
No, take me
What
out.
song are you? I don't even know this
Take me
song.
out.
Take me out.
I know something, so you say you don't
If you haven't heard this song, that's the craziest thing I've ever.
I've never heard that
That's
song.
a
You've
lie.
heard this
You know
song.
I
this
swear to
song.
God, I've never.
This is one song that everybody on
Everyone
earth
knows
has
this
heard.
song.
Where, is it new?
No,
Is
It's
it
not
old?
new. It's old
it's
as fuck.
old.
This
it's
song
from
can vote.
caveman times. It's from
Yeah.
World War One.
Wait, sing it again. Who sings it?
I say, don't you know?
Franz Ferdinand.
you don't know. I say,
Who sings it?
Franz
Ferdinand.
Oh,
take me
that's the
out.
name of the band. Maybe you guys are just bad at singing, and I know it.
You for sure know it.
You know this song.
It's possible I know it, but you guys are not doing it.
You were
justice.
busy listening to Perry Grip.
Play
Yeah,
Take
Perry
Me
Grip.
Out by Franz Ferdinand.
I ain't got no iPhone. Ain't got no iPhone. That was fire. Perry Grip had heaters, man. Do you like waffle?
Are we gonna
Yeah.
get copyrighted? You don't know this. What?
I've never heard this.
This song was in every commercial and every radio station.
I've never heard this.
That's crazy.
This can't have been like a huge song.
This was a
What do you?
huge
This
song.
was like the song.
It was in Madden 05.
This was in everything.
I didn't play Madden. I was an NBA 2K man, and I would always play with the sound.
How do
We
you
don't need to
not
play
know
the
this
song
song?
again. You can
we
close
don't
this.
need to hear the song because then we maybe would get copyright strike.
Well, I got the drums from Nine Inch Nails on that song.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
9 Inch Nails made caveman music.
No, it was Ugg. That was Ugg Marigold. I
Trent
didn't say
Reznor
anything.
is kind of a caveman name.
It
Yeah.
is.
Trent.
Reznor. Or a robot, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are going on tour.
Yes. Going on tour with doing some sketch stuff.
With the world's biggest army, a war
Yeah.
faction.
That's a war type of name.
It seriously
completely
is.
war-hungry
This is the biggest
beasts.
war of the world nowadays.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be crazy if on the 10th episode World War III breaks out?
That'd be awesome
possible.
for us,
pretty cool.
marketing wise.
Boston is the first one coming up. So
And
you
is that when does the 5 weeks of war end?
don't know.
Could
5
end
weeks
the
from now.
first day of the tour.
No, it will. I think.
I think it will be over by. Well, I have no idea.
Yeah.
What day is 5 weeks from now?
Oh shit.
He pulling it out.
It's Tuesday, the 19th of March, 2000.
Yeah, it'll be over
It'll be over.
before. Yeah. But
It'll be a couple days before our first show in Boston on the 23rd.
26th.
Shit.
Just they're all the dates, all the shows. Swagpoop.com/shows. Boston, Atlanta, Toronto, Chicago. What am I forgetting?
Phoenix.
Not
No,
Phoenix.
not Phoenix.
You're a sabotager. You don't want anybody.
The art
Come
of the
to
war.
Atlanta.
I said Atlanta. There's one I'm missing.
Oh bloody hell.
Is that Chicago? Atlanta?
You're missing Detroit,
Detroit.
Minneapolis.
Right, but there's another
Scarborough.
world's biggest army show, I feel like.
World's biggest army. No, I
Philly?
think
Philly.
Philadelphia.
Philly.
Yeah, we're doing Philly.
Yeah, anyway, all those cities we just said randomly.
And if you want to hear the next episode of the 5 Weeks of War, it will be on the Patreon. And
Should we announce what we're covering?
we should announce what we're covering because
Okay, let me- I wrote it
people
down.
might just have to tune into this
Yeah.
shit because this is
Yeah.
going to be a.
So
an
today
amazing-
we covered the first war of all time,
Caveman
the
Wars.
Caveman Wars. And on Saturday, on the Patreon premium episode, 5 Weeks of War, day 2, will be not a war.
No.
We're going smaller in scale. We will be covering the Battle of Thermopylae.
So
And for history buffs, will know what this one is. And if you don't, just let it be a surprise because it's going to blow your
Yes.
mind.
Yes. Okay. Good night. I'm
I've
from a
been-
long lineage of pirates.
Yeah.
I've been deeply obsessed and with forming a connection with my great great grandfather Peter Fetter.
How are we going to do this?
Yeah.
I listen to music and I look at a picture of him.
What music are you listening
That's
to?
some
Just
Cloud Atlas
whatever I'm
shit.
listening to at the time. But I want to meet him.
Cloud Atlas.
Do you want to
We
see
have a
him?
Ouija
Did
board,
I show
don't
you
we?
him before?
Show me that picture.
Show me
Fetter?
Peter Feeder.
Oh wait, we
Isn't
do
that
have a
gr-
Ouija
Isn't
board.
that a great name?
We do have a Ouija board,
Peter
right?
Fetter. It'd be
I don't
better
want
if it was Peter
Ouija
Fetter.
board is like I don't want him to turn into a demon or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't turn you into it. He's either a demon or he's not.
No, you get sucked up
But
by
it could be a demon that pretends
you're
it's
thinking
him.
of Jumanji.
Don't you think that me and him would sesh so hard?
Yeah.
God
Me
damn,
and
he
Peter
looks
Fetter.
good.
Doesn't he look good as fuck?
God damn, show the camera.
Bro, he looks like the Pringles.
You're the heir to the Pringle
Oh
fortune.
my God.
His wife, listen, no disrespect, she's a dog. Your great great
That is my
grandma
great great grandma
was a complete dog.
Can I see your grandma one more
understand
time?
what I was doing with my life and why it's normal to be like I am.
I didn't get a good
show
look.
show him your grandma one more time. Why are you scared to show him?
I was in the middle of talking to my great great grandpa.
She has a coconut head. This haircut.
What's wrong with the haircut? It's my great great grandma you're talking about. Watch it.
Dude, I mean, I don't know what else to say about
What
her.
did you mean? She's beautiful. Kid.
Ew.
Do you see the resemblance?
Why
Don't
is
say
her
ew. That's
She
horrible.
looks like
She's passed on.
She looks like they were about to put Planet of the Apes makeup on her.
You can't say this stuff. That's my great great grandma.
She looks like she's halfway through a Planet of the Apes costume.
Yeah, she looks like an Animorph. Second to last Animorph. She does not look good, man. You're trying to tell me that your grandma was fire? Your great great grandma? You're trying to tell me she's fire?
You know, she kicked Peter Fetter to the curb.
Damn.
For what?
He was a womanizer.
I would
Yeah.
hope so with that fucking wife at home.
He used to blow his entire paycheck on
Is that
drinking
what-
and food and women.
Is that why she looks like that? He womanized her?
He womanized her.